Three keen as mustard amateur cooking couples are competing against one another.
Oh! Smells good.
I don't take criticism very well, full stop.
It's got a lot going for it, apart from the fact it didn't taste very nice.
To lay on the best food for some very demanding party hosts.
The bar is as high as you could possibly get.
Each day they need to prepare in advance.
Ta-da!
Before finishing their cooking at the party venue.
Well, that's not ours.
And serving up to a horde of hungry partygoers.
I've got two cats who would love the look of that, but I don't.
Bright and vibrant colours, and very pleasant.
The hosts will decide which couple's food they'll pay the most for.
I do actually think I've come to a decision.
By the end of the week, they'll have all cooked for 5 parties.
Good luck, all the best, smash it, babes.
When the top earners will walk away with all their cash.
We want to win!
Today, first day nerves.
This is the first time I've made pastry properly. I normally buy ready-made, so it could be disastrous.
Pushing gastronomic boundaries.
This is our attention to flamboyancy and detail and doing something that's a bit different.
And rookie mistakes.
I've just killed the butter.
This pudding's bent more spoons than your Geller.
It's the first party of the week for our competing cooks. First up, accountant Janie and excitable husband Charlie.
Come on, ladies, let's get it out going! Oh!
I take on the housewifey role of setting the table. I like to do all those little things with the glasses and matching things and napkins. And you like to do all the showy-offy jobs, don't you?
Well, you say showy-offy jobs. You mean the cooking. Fundamentally, in the end, there's only one boss in this kitchen, and it's Jane. But I think I'm the creative one.
Cheers.
The next cooks, Lord and Lady Taylor, or bookkeepers Alan and Alison.
Alan bought me a piece of land that entitles me to be called Lady Taylor, and by default he gets the Lord Taylor.
Impressive.
It's only about 2 foot square.
Less so. They may have bought into aristocracy, but they reckon they know their caviar from their cod and chips.
We'd like to win.
I want to win.
We want to win.
Gonna win.
We're going to win.
Yeah.
And finally, brain box students and high-tech foodies, Jamie and Kathy.
I want to be a doctor.
An aerospace engineer,
Yeah?
rocket science.
The pair live for fancy food
One dish I made took 3 days to make.
and love fancy gadgets.
Trying new things with water bath. Strangest things I could think of. Nothing like a dehydrated banana.
Meet the first hosts of the week, IT specialist Bob and Bonzo. Bob's the fella on the left, and he's planning a belated housewarming.
Moved here about a year ago. Major refurb job from top to bottom. I think we brought it back to life, really. And it's a wonderful place to live.
And Bob's got a very specific party theme in mind.
J'adore français! Magnifique!
A French one, I imagine.
Formidable! Well, having eaten at many of the best restaurants around the world, the bar is as high as you could possibly get. So these guys need to know that that's where the bar is. That's where they need to be achieving.
Bob requires each of the 3 amateur couples to lay on a top-end 3-course French spread from a budget of £170.
Really hopeful that the guys can deliver authentic, creative cuisine. If you like that certain je ne sais quoi.
After the party, Bob will decide how much he'd pay for each couple's food before announcing the day's top cooks. After the rest of the week's parties, the couple with the most profit will be crowned overall winners and take home the cash they've earned. With a week's worth of parties to go, it's all to cook for. All 3 couples get prepping ahead of the party. Entrepreneur Charlie and wife Janie are determined to meet host Bob's demands with some classic French dishes.
He wants it to be flamboyant, and I think if we did chicken or, I don't know, salmon, that's not really flamboyant, is it?
They're serving coquille Saint-Jacques or scallops in a cheese sauce, sweet-filled choux pastries and the main event, French rabbit pie.
It's quite an old recipe, 1977. It's a little bit difficult to follow because it's all about cuts and things.
And rabbits, lots and lots of them.
6 pounds of rabbit.
16 rabbits.
For the pie filling, Charlie is simmering all those rabbits in red wine with garlic and chicken stock.
The carrot's already in the rabbit, so you get that flavour coming through from the rabbit, you see.
This is the first time I've made pastry properly. I normally buy ready-made, so it could be disastrous. And I've made my own homemade template. I thought it looked like a Maltese cross, but then I thought if I said that, it would encourage Charlie into telling that terrible joke.
How do you make a Maltese cross?
Poke him in the eye.
Moving on. With the pies just about ready to be baked later, Charlie gets a head start on their scallop starter.
I have made my mushroom and shallot base, and then that will go on the bottom of the scallop shell, then 2 or 3 scallops in the shell covered with the vermouth cheese sauce, Gruyere on top, grill 3 minutes. Heaven.
Now the small matter of filling 72 choux buns that'll come in 3 different sweet flavours.
The end's in sight.
Alan and Alison are on a mission to surprise the guests with unorthodox flavour combinations.
When people taste it, I want you to put that in your mouth and think, what is that? I wasn't expecting that.
Main course is bœuf bourguignon and dessert, orange sponge cake. The unexpected bit, a starter of cod and lavender flavoured couscous. Interesting.
It's lavender flowers, edible, of course. Being very careful not to overdo it because lavender is very, very strong flavour and smell, and I don't want that to overpower a fish.
Understandable, especially as there'll be a herb, lemon and garlic gremolata condiment on the plate too.
Oh, look at that. Is it too herby or is it all right?
No, it's not bad.
It's ambitious. Their main is a potentially safer beef bourguignon with a little twist.
Beef bourguignon pies. This one, instead of pastry, we're putting celeriac mash on the top. How much wine?
1 glass for me, 1 glass for you, and the rest can go in there.
Easy. There's still dessert to do. A classic sponge flavoured with orange.
You can't beat a cake, can you? And but this has got a different texture because it's got wine in it and oil, so it's quite a thick cake.
Job done.
And grieve.
The last of our 3 cooking couples taking on today's French cuisine challenge are students Jamie and Kathy.
Je ne parle français. That's all I know. Je suis anglais. I never got on with French, really.
That's easy for you to say. They're doing confit of wild salmon, an apple and Calvados creme brulee, and starting with a bone marrow, bacon and shallot starter.
French food is really high in fat content, butter, bone marrow is like the one above butter. It's like the unknown magical butter.
But not like strictly
not
French. So we're doing like
French.
Duck breast with
exactly.
like dauphinoise potatoes.
Yeah, but it's got essence of French in it, I think.
The less than conventional starter, bone marrow, will have bacon and shallot jam topping.
This is our attention to flamboyancy and detail and doing something that's a bit different.
The shallots and bacon are chopped ready to be fried off with sugar at the venue. On to the salmon main.
Our salmon dish is going to be the star. This one's going straight for the French aspect because the dish name is confit of wild salmon with peas à la française, essentially French peas.
Ah, the French bit. Their peas are blanched and half of them are pureed.
Watch it dripping.
The students' creme brulees are already prepared and just need a blowtorch finish at the party.
You'd be surprised, like students these days, everyone's eating a lot different than the beans and the... So I think,
Maybe just our friends.
yeah.
Preparation time over. The cooks need to get themselves and their food to the venue and meet their rivals for the first time.
We'll go slowly-ish then.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's saying right in half a mile.
I think calm when you do that with the spoon.
Spoon. Right.
Is it right here?
Yeah, right. Oh.
Don't worry about anything. Okay. Just a bit of fun, which you're trying to win.
Before his party guests arrive, host Bob is keen to know what's going to be served up.
Okay, welcome guys. Just to confirm, it's authentic, creative, inventive food. We're Yorkshire people, don't get too fussy or forced or contrived. We like our food, but we like it straight. What are you cooking, guys?
We're cooking coquille Saint-Jacques, rabbit pie, followed by a little take on croque en bouche.
We have a cod fillet with a Provençal gremolata and a lavender and orange couscous, with a beef bourguignon and an orange citrus cake.
We're doing a confit of wild salmon, roasted bone marrow with bacon shallot jam on sourdough bread, and then a apple and calvados creme brulee.
So guys, off you go.
We were really impressed with what everybody else was cooking.
Yeah, in fact, I think ours is maybe not quite so good now.
We might have the least amount of years.
Yeah, we might have the least
experience.
amount of years on us, but I think we've got some good
Ideas.
some good culinary experience behind us.
Sum my feelings up for this evening in 2 words. Bricking it.
As the partygoers arrive, Charlie and Janie are up first and need to get going with their cheesy vermouth sauce
Boil!
for their classic French coquille Saint-Jacques starter.
I need some Gruyere in this cheese sauce.